Hi, I'm George Berry from George Berry's Bears and Trees... the musical. And now for the breaking news of the day. There is no functional difference between the shiny and non-shiny side of tinfoil. It's all a scam. Grass didn't exist at the time of the dinosaurs, so stop drawing it in your pictures. This paper is blank. I've never even seen a word before. But news just in, Bears and Trees are releasing their debut studio album and everybody else smiled back. I'm ambivalent at best regarding the whole thing, to be honest, but we can go live to the public now to find out what they're saying. Kev, are you there? We're here on the streets of the UK. We're going to see what people think about the new Bears and Trees album. Excuse me, can I ask you a question about the new Bears and Trees album?
I can't talk right now. I'm just on my way to work at the Rat Cafe. I really can't talk about my lawyers.
Sure?
Without my lawyer's present, I can't talk.
Your loss, mate. Could have been on TV. Let's go and see if we can find someone else. Excuse me, can I just ask you a quick question? What do you think about the new Bears and Trees album?
Weren't you in my house last week?
Things got hostile, so I got out of there fast. Okay, we're back. We'll go and ask someone else. Excuse me, what do you think about the new Bears and Trees album?
Is this one of those news segments where you keep walking up to the random public and you think it's completely acceptable? I'm trying to go about my day, going to a rat cafe, having a rat-tacular experience, and all that I get is news reporters all day, every day, coming up to me, wondering what I think about things. That's outrageous. What do I think about things? I think about a lot about other things as well. What's the deal with aeroplane food? I don't know.
We tried to ask this person here, but clearly they've been murdered to death, so shame. Thanks, Kev. Great stuff. And now, the news where you are. I'm in your house. You'll never find me. It's a little bit cold.
Oh, what a lovely day to film a bit. Oh, is that Ian from Bears and Trees? I should pick them up.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Ian from Bears and Trees.
It's me, Ian from Bears and Trees.
Thank you so much for helping me get to work.
That's okay. Now we can go in the cycle lane.
Absolutely. Would you like to listen to some music?
I hate music!
Keep it breezy, keep it easy.
What are we doing? Just singing along?
Yeah. Wow, thanks, George. That was a lovely song.
I love that song. It's great.
So lovely. Oh, look. Is that Nick from Bears and Trees?
I love Nick from Bears and Trees.
We should pick him up. Then we can drive on the pavement.
What a good idea. I love the pavement.
Oh, hello, Nick from Bears and Trees.
Hello, George.
Thank you so much for joining
Callum from Bears and
joining
Trees.
me. Now we can get to work, and because there's now 3 people in the car, we can officially run people over to get the work. Thank you, government.
Good old government.
Well, hi, Nick from Bears and Trees. I heard that this song really helps you develop your taste for music and Bears and Trees.
Yes, I found it when I was scaling the great mountains of Venice.
Well, let's play it now.
Turn a face to these great blue skies. Just too shy to greet us. In a crowded room, a true love display. What a man with
Look out for that cliff over there.
The terrible swift power of nuclear weapons has to be seen to be believed.
When I was an adolescent, I was bullied to the point where I wouldn't be able to be convinced that anyone ever liked me. And ultimately, that led me to slowly develop this apathy, this numbness. And when that gets to that point where you can just start, living a ridiculous life because you've thrown care to the wind, it's fun, but equally that's when bad stuff starts to happen. Stuff that you can only recover from through true connection and true love and true attempt at being alive.
Hello, and welcome to episode 104 of Sinclair's Merchandise Reviews. This one goes out to all the single fellas alone on Valentine's Day. This week, beardedtree.com. Bring it lower. hold it here. Like there. I have a new aide, Johansson, who's helping me with technology today. We can continue, Johansson. We can continue. I don't get it. Album, taste, like cardboard. Sound, sounds like a fish. Reminds me a lot of the 80s, when times were freer. People were different. Please continue, Johansson. They say it's fire, but let me assure you it's more like ice in my mini fridge. Please continue. Terrible book. I've been gifted this book from the band Bearded in Trees. It's not even coloured in yet. Oh, what the fuck? There are words inside the colouring book. I was flicking through, as I tend to do. With all of my book, there are some words inside. Bad. I can't colour in words. I don't like it, and you shouldn't stand for it. Continue. T-shirt. I don't understand what this means. And everybody else smiled back. Continue. I wore it once and I immediately started liking K-pop. Now I watched a great documentary on Netflix once about K-pop, and I would say that I am in BTS's lane. Please continue. Would not recommend. Sorry, I just thought of a funny joke and then I didn't say it because this t-shirt is trash. Continue. Badges and pins. 2 in 1. Quite frankly, I miss the days when badges were badges and pins were pins. Continue. Please. I literally cannot stop eating these. It's a real problem. And for that reason, I say no. No more badges. No more pins. I literally cannot stop eating these. Continue. I literally cannot stop. Continue. Johansson, please. Johansson, please. Continue. Johansson, please continue. That's the end of the PowerPoint, friends. I've been Sinclair. This is a small badge from Bears and Trees. And you've watched Sinclair's merchandise reviews.
In other news, Heaven Sent Coffee is now open for business, offering a rat-tastic experience. Hang on, I'm just getting something. Bring in the breaking news. It's actually closed. Unfortunately, rat cafes don't meet health and safety standards. I guess that barista needs a barrister. To the weather.
I'm still in your house. I'm being dripped on. I think you've got a leak.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Callum Litchfield, and this is Bears in Trees. Hello, and welcome to this album special edition of Bears in Trees. On podium 1, we have George Berry, and his buzzer sounds like this. Ooh. On podium 2, we have Nicholas Peters, and his buzzer sounds like this.
Bada bing, baby.
And on podium 3, we have Ian Gillespie, and their buzzer sounds like this. Let's start the game. Question number 1. I'm going to slowly read out the chords to a song from the debut studio album, And Everybody Else Smiled Back, by dirtbag boy band Bears in Trees. The first to buzz in with the correct song wins.
Okay.
I apologise, George.
The drummer, thanks.
G. G. C major 7. C major 7. G. It was Baggy Hoodies.
That would make sense because I don't know how that goes.
Question number 2. On the private SoundCloud link of And Everybody Else Smile Back, the debut studio album from Bears in Trees, dirtbag boy band, from Counterintuitive, what has Jake written in the description of the sound?
Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Did he write Bears and Trees Forever?
It's very close.
Ooh.
On podium 3, would you like to buzz in? Yes. Podium 3.
Bears and Trees Forever, baby.
Incorrect. I'm going to give the point there to Nicholas Peters on podium 2. It was Please Don't Link, Bears Forever.
Please don't leak.
Oh no, please don't leak.
Please don't leak. Oh.
Question number 3. I'm going to read the lyrics of a song from dirtbag boy band Bears in Trees' debut studio album, And Everybody Else Smiled Back, backwards. First to buzz in with the correct song gets the point. Tegel for Yara NF at. Yeah, that one is quite unstable. Tehiggle. Fo.
Of.
Yara.
Ray of light. Is it a ray of light?
Array of light.
It is baggy hoodies.
Yeah, we did it!
So you'll see on your podium, you have a lovely designed card. I would like you to write on this card exactly how long, and everybody else smiled back, the debut studio album by Bears in Trees, signed to Counterintuitive Records is. I'd like minutes and seconds, please. You have 30 seconds to write down your answer. Please don't confer or show anyone else. Once you've written it down, please turn it over and place it on your podium very carefully because they're very fragile. I'd like you all to hold up your cards.
I should have written it bigger. I wrote it quite small, to be honest.
So we have on podium 2, we'll start with, we have 42 minutes and 37 seconds.
I'm going to write it slightly bigger.
It smells really good.
No children. On podium 1, we have 38 minutes and 47 seconds.
Very good.
And on podium 3, 38 minutes and 46 seconds. The winner on podium 2,
No!
the closest answer is Nicholas Peters. The correct answer was 40 minutes and 11 seconds.
Yeah.
14 minutes.
40. 40. And 11 seconds.
37.
I went 3 times 12 and plus 1.5.
I think so.
Have you done your math?
Did I add it up wrong?
I think I'm
How about-
closer.
Are you closer?
So if you do, so that's 2 off 40,
Next one.
237 off 40. Was it 41 was the total? Yeah, George is closer because that's 2 away from 40, then a little bit less than
I've won!
My bad. Let's do that all again.
No, we're not doing it again. Callum needs to live with his mistake.
Let's see how this edit turns out.
December 2019. James's flat. I'm lying in a bathtub. You're sitting on the toilet. We walk outside and go to his balcony. You can't fit too many people on there, but we still try. We sit down and we talk about our shiny Pokemon moment. A moment from our childhood that remains golden. A moment we'll never forget. In the same way, you never forget about the first shiny Pokemon you see.
Hello there, and welcome to Bandteak's Bode Show with Bob's beautiful bargain brooch buys. Today, we're going to be looking at some Bandteaks. This is a photo that has been screen printed onto a canvas, but I've been also informed this is actually a photo of a very specific, very important event. This is actually the music video for Heaven Sent as a Coffee Cup by Bears in Trees. It even feels like a canvas. Bill actually brought in this beach sign that his grandfather owned in the painting itself. It's a screen, the picture, the photograph that has been it's in there and therefore is important. Learn something new every day. On its own, and this may come as a bit of a surprise, this is actually estimated at completely worthless. But together with the beach sign, with this wonderful little artifact here that's in the painting, it is equally worth £0. Because whilst there are some buyers out there, I can't be bothered to send this to you. So I'm not going to, ultimately. I'm not sending it to you. It would be a lot of postage and packaging. So, no. I'm actually quite happy to unveil this next one. Oh, we do have fun. We do have fun. So this next piece is actually a wonderful wedding dress. Now, this isn't just a normal wedding dress. As you all know, a normal wedding dress is completely worthless. No one would spend any money on one ever. It's just a fact of life. But this one was actually worn by Nicholas Peters of Bears in Trees in the I'm Doing Push-Ups music video. You can tell because there are little stains of fake blood. As I said before, wedding dresses, no one wants them. There's no market for them anymore. No one's even wearing wedding dresses. But this one, because it was worn by Bears in Trees, it was actually sold on auction very recently. It was sold on auction for over 2 meal deals. Yeah. Auction is a loose term. 2 people were like, I'm hungry, and the other one was like, well, I've got this wedding dress, and, things move. But more valuable than the other crap here. So we do have fun. Don't we have a real treat for you today with this next artifact? Right here on top of this lovely stool here, we have the actual inhaler that Ian used when they had an asthma attack in the song Little Cellist. Now you might be thinking, there's nothing on that stool. Exactly. That's why they had to call the ambulance. And here we have it right here. Look at that.
Look at that marvel. Isn't it wonderful? That's not saving anyone. Now, if I had to put a valuation on this inhaler, I personally wouldn't put any money on it because there is nothing here. There isn't anything here, ultimately. But a keen art collector, contemporary art collector, has bought this empty space for £3 million just the other day. So, what are you going to do? Well, viewers, what we have here is actually the original lyric sheet for And Everybody Else Smile Back. Right here, you can see all the words displayed on this cellular device. It is very delicate though, so I will have to put on special protective gloves. I know what you're thinking. Yes, they don't have fingers. I did have to sell the fingers. This job does not pay very well at all. If I just hold on to this very quickly. Wow, a little piece of history. This is just incredible. What does it say here? We'd reach such great heights if we could just make our beds in the morning. What does that even mean? Meaning is lost to time now. What even is a bed? Who knows? Now this item actually couldn't be valued because it's actually George's phone and he won't sell it. So, yeah, what are we going to do about that? And here we have Shave Delmo. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not paid enough to even look at that anymore. Get it away from me. Cut it. Just dump the whole series. We're done. We're done here.
And now, the entire album in 10 seconds. Lovely.